Hello, 안녕하세요. 저요, 아브넬입니다. So anyway, this is the first of the mindset videos, kind of, sorta. So, basically, I did post I always do that. I didn't post anything because I'm not from Minnesota. I posted a video of dance stuff, just a couple clips, little snippets of a few shuffle steps, just kind of, just to kind of give a little vague idea of what I do. You'll notice it's just shuffling, was just my feet. It did not include anything else really. Well, my legs, I guess. But so as I mentioned in the first video about all this stuff, I have a lot of little, what do you call them? Physical problems, I guess you call it. So I got the neck, the back, and all that jazz. So my neck and shoulder problem is the thing that right now, my microphone, my collarbone and my shoulder out to here. So basically, I'm not even supposed to lift more than like 5 pounds, but so that's an area I can't focus a whole lot right now. Like because there's some other stuff I do, some of the, all that stuff. But anyway, so I really have to focus mostly on the shuffling. So the core of that statement that I'm trying to allude to, instead of just saying, which is super annoying, right? Is that I forgot my point. There's a red umbrella outside. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Oh, that's what it was. It's the asking yourself, like, we all tend to come up with all the things we don't have, the things we do wrong, the things we can't get right. But it's hard to refocus our mind on what we do have and what we can do and what we are bringing to the table, and what our strengths are. And I think that we have to be very intentional in that. And I think it was actually from a sermon, that statement. Don't tell me what you don't have, tell me what you do have. But for me, it's really been kind of difficult because I feel like a lot of the things that I do have aren't particularly valuable in society. And so, they are valuable, but they're not perceived that way. They don't seem important or urgently important anyway, compared to all the other things. So it's not like really clear, okay, you are good at writing, and so you can immediately, that's going to be so applicable in any job path, or you're going to be able to communicate effectively, and yada yada yada. So the things I'm good at are a little bit less tangible sometimes, and so I've had to be kind of defensive of them. And it's taken me a while to get to the point where I can be defensive of them, because before I just kind of took public opinion as truth and like, okay, it must not be important. So once I get all the important things in place, then I can cultivate this thing. And I'm starting to realize that's just very backward. I think that I get a mental image, right, of a seed, that we all have this seed in us that has to be cultivated and grown, and we don't know what it's going to be exactly. And until it starts to sprout, until it starts to get roots, until it becomes something different, it changes. And but it takes a lot of attention. And some of us, I think that, some people have a real sturdy plant that grows. Some people have like an orchid that it has to have like the perfect conditions, and it just takes a lot more TLC to cultivate it. And some people have things, like, I don't know, a redwood or something that takes a really long time to become what it's supposed to be. But none of them is less important or more valuable, really. We can place value on them in society on the sliding scale, and say this is more important than that, and that can change at any time. But I think that we spend an awful lot of time, what I'd call, if I were to coin a phrase, growing other people's garden. Other people throw in their little seeds that they need from us. I need you to be this way. I need you to be able to be good at all of these things for your job. I need you to be able to interact with people this way. And as far as the family, I need you to be like this. And those things aren't unimportant, but if that's the only thing we're growing and we're not growing our own seed, we're not sprouting the things that are the core of us, then our life is going to continually be out of balance and feel unsatisfactory, because those things might not be what we're good at. That might not be the thing that we're passionate about or that we care about. And if we put all our time and attention into that, then we're draining ourselves. And whereas the thing that we grow that's our own, that's that part of us, kind of has the other effect of like, ooh, I just came up with that. Like plants, right? The CO2, they clear the air a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, it's something that feeds into us as well. It's something that has a benefit. So basically, when we're growing other people's garden, they're the ones who are mostly benefiting from the growth of those things. We aren't. The thing that we need to cultivate for ourselves is the thing that will really feed into us. And I think that we do have to find a way to weave those things in. And sometimes it's a little bit, like Mini Habits style, which I love that book. I'll post a link describing what it is. But basically, it's about making small, everyday achievable goals. So it's like, on your worst day, you can still do this thing. Like, I think the author used, I think he did like 5 sit-ups or something, or 5 push-ups, and that was it. And that was the goal. And sometimes those 5 push-ups would turn into a whole workout. Sometimes it wouldn't, but either way, it was a success. And so, kind of not raising the bar on ourselves where we're consistently asking too much, because then if we ask this big thing, we never do it. It's too overwhelming to weave into our schedule, or, we want to wait until it's perfect and then do it. And that's just not how things come to pass. So, I guess I hope that kind of covers what I was thinking, what I was shooting for. If not, well, then it doesn't. I got nothing else. All right. Peace. Okay. So let's call this an epilogue. So this is just a little footnote that after I was done with the first one, I wanted to add in. First of all, let's just pretend the CO2 metaphor never happened. It didn't make any sense. It was not at all what I was going for. Probably fruit would have made more sense. But since I had listed like an orchid and a redwood, I didn't really think fruit worked either. So anyway, that aside, I did want to just add one little footnote about the seed, the thing that is important to us. And because I just want to make clear, I was referring to things that fuel us, but also things that we're good at. But not everything we're good at is something that fuels us. And sometimes it takes a while to figure out what it is that really is at the core, that thing that needs to be cultivated. Because there are so many things that we can be good at that really don't feed into the thing that's important to us, that can be draining on us, and can be more of an outlet than an intake, So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. So, and anyway, I guess that's it for now. I will probably do the next one on the mindset ones on like taking the time to be intentionally, I guess the best way I would say it is weird, but like it's basically the steps to getting where you can figure out what is important to you. And a lot of times it just means putting yourself in a place where you're really not thinking about what anybody else thinks, so that you can take enough time to figure out what you think. So anyway, that's it for now. Tell me. See you next time.